Good morning, everybody. How you doing? It's wee Paddy from across the shuck, and you're very welcome back to the channel. And this morning, as you can see by the title, Twisted Assisted, who I've sponsored on this channel quite a few times now with different types of knives. And the nice thing is you get choice with Twisted Assisted. Uh, this is my favourite one so far. I just have to say that. These are Sheffield made knives. Now, there's two types that he's got. He has got Barlow and he has got a lamb's foot, which is just a beautiful knife for detailed work. The Barlow is my everyday choice of knife. Most times I just love a Barlow on me. But I use them both for different, obviously for different, there's different reasons. Blade shapes are all for different reasons, but these are two. Uh, these are made by Arthur Wright & Son. But there's a difference between these and the basic model. Now, these are the basic models you get from Arthur Wright & Son. I'll just show you a basic Arthur Wright & Son Barlow. That's their basic Barlow. It's in wood. It's lovely. It really is a lovely Barlow. And that's what they do, mostly wood, and maybe they'll do them in buffalo horn or something like that. But what they've never done that I know of, Twisted Assisted got them to do specials for them. And these are in micarta. We've got beautiful burlap micarta. Now, both blades will have the different, with beautiful burlap micarta. I can't really show you. So hard to get this to show you. It is, there you go. It's burlap micarta. This is an OD green burlap. Now, it's very dark, but it's just beautiful. Honestly, in person, much nicer than what I'm getting my cheap iPhone. No, it's not an iPhone. It's just a cheap phone, but they are just beautiful. You know what burlap micarta is like. And then they have natural micarta and black micarta. There's a few different choices in each one. They've each got the same, but look at that for natural micarta. Isn't that just gorgeous? I love it. So either one, I love it. Thankfully, I'm lucky. I got both of them, so really lucky. The price on these, when they were only released not but a week ago, and all these are he didn't get as many of the Barlows yet. He has about another 60 Barlows to come, so please keep your eye on the site. If it's a Barlow, they're gone. The 40 that he got went within days. He still has some of these left. Now, whether there's any more going to come down the line, I do not know. It's like anything. He's got an order, put it in. It depends how well they sell, and obviously getting them made. This is a bad time of the year, but I would say, he might get these in before Christmas, but I can't guarantee it. These, again, I'm not sure. I think he has a few of these left anyway. I'm not even going to, it doesn't matter about figures. If you want them, go over to Twisted Assisted and then come back to this video. Just go and order one to make sure you get one. These are not these are not Ashley Harrison custom, which I talk about all the time, but I also have a good selection of just their basic models. There's a special price for these today. When they first came out, he had sheaths. He had these sort of sheaths. I was showing on Thursday night. He had these. They came with these pocket sheaths, but he only had a certain amount of them. He only had about 50 to get to the first 50. So what he's done as a special favour to you, my subscribers, is if you go over today, they're marked up at $49.99 for these exclusive micarta handles on them. He's going to give you £5 off. You use Paddy5, Paddy all in capitals, 5 straight after it, no gaps, in the box provided when you're ordering the knives, and you'll get £5 off them. So these are going to be £45. I just think they get an exclusive. Yes, it's a budget knife, but it's a Sheffield knife nonetheless. So I'm going to tell you about it. I'm going to take this out of the equation because he doesn't have these at the minute. But just keep looking at his site and go on, subscribe, get the newsletter, whatever he has, get it so that you're there. When I know they're in, I'll give you a warning. Without a doubt, I'll give you a warning when these come back in again. But this is what you're going to go out. They've got these in all 3 different variations of the OD, the natural linen micarta, and the burlap. So get over there now. I don't know what quantities in each. They changes all the time, so there's no point in me telling you. Just go over and check it. At the minute, as I looked this morning, all the variants are available in these. But I have to say, this wasn't a huge run. He didn't know how this was going to go, so this is just the test in the waters, if you like. But I think this is a beautiful, that micarta is gorgeous. And I love this bit here where it's a bit darker up around the top and it's on both sides. It's just delicious. Really lovely in hand. Look, Arthurite Barlows, their shape is just beautiful. They're wide enough that it gives you a good solid grip for doing, I mean, is it a heavy use knife? No, it's not a heavy use knife. And here's a little thing that you have to expect. When you're buying a budget knife, and this is hand built in a factory. It's all done by hand. People put these together by hand. It's built, and yes, it doesn't have that excellent that goes with a custom knife, but nobody expects that. So when you get these are literally made the old-fashioned way, put together the old-fashioned way, and it's a quick, and I just want to, and I'm not making excuses because this is just what, even Case does this. You get one swoop across and one swoop back, and they put an angle for you to have an edge. Sometimes they come sharpish, and other times they're not very sharp. Sometimes the angles are not great. I'm just being honest. But it's C70 steel, carbon steel. So again, the usual rules: look after it, or don't, as I don't. just let it patina. They patina beautifully, these knives. But you get, like, I'm just going to try and show you there. Can you see that where it's a little bit thick in the middle and it's a little bit tight here? It feels like a Case. It's a very rough finish they put on, but it's just to give you an angle. This one, that's a rough working edge, but it's very, very easy to bring back. And I'll talk about that in a minute. This one, same thing. This one was as rough as that. And it took me, honestly, 5 minutes to get it cutting absolutely beautiful. Really easy to get to a sharp edge. C70 is just super for that. And then, to be honest with you, every time you use it, strop it. That's all you need. C70 strops brilliantly. So that's my recommendation. But what I'm going to do is, if anybody's interested in how I sharpen this, now, look, you can do this. If you're not a sharpener, buy one of these, you can do it. It'll take a bit longer, but you can still do it yourself. And don't be frightened of this. It's 30 odd pound. It'll sharpen any knife. It's got diamond steel blade and a ceramic blade. Or should I say cutting implement. I am a cheapskate. I buy these little things off Amazon. They cost a couple of pounds. You get a 400 and you get 1,000. So that's what I use for sharpening my cheaper knives. And then the one thing I splash out on, I bought this years ago. This is the Spyderco Big Ceramic, which I finish it off after I sharpened it. It takes it down to, it just refines the grain pattern, and then a strop. So if you'd like me to do a sharpening on this knife, I'll do it on Monday. If you'd like it, just say down below. If we get enough people interested, I'll do it, how I refine that. Let's get that edge. There you are. You see the way I'm going to refine this. I am, with a knife this year, I don't go for a mirror polish or anything like that. I'm not, over that side's all right. So it's just that side I really have to fix. But I'll bring it then. I'll get the apex so I've got a good sharpened knife, and that's it. It'll probably take me no more than 10 minutes between talking, because I do talk quite a lot, as you know. But I just think this is a great option coming from Twisted Assisted. I know he's got 60 more of these to come. He's hoping to get them in before Christmas, but again, if you go over there, just keep checking the site when they go in. He'll obviously let me know when he gets them. I'll definitely let you know in the in future videos when they're available. But I am over the moon that he's decided to use, because most of his brands so far have been American or Chinese or something like that. And there's nothing wrong with them. I love both. But to have a British one for a British company like Twisted Assisted, I'm chuffed. So just don't expect. I mean, this is not like buying even a rough ride. These are just done in batches really quick. They're inexpensive, but they're still handmade. And yeah, I know people can say, but you could put an edge on it. Well, they just don't have time. Don't forget, it costs more to get a knife made in the UK. Your staff are paid more. And this is by no means well, it is a reason why it has to be. You're maybe not having the time to put these fancy edges on a knife. They just put an edge across and it's up to you. It's a working knife. Just take it. And to me, they're some of the most beautiful working knives in the world, in my opinion. Uh, and I'm not trying to put these down. Well, you know, I wouldn't put them down because I love them. But I'm just trying to be realistic. For the price that you get in this knife, it's 45. You're getting an exclusive scales that nobody else is going to have, and you're getting them for 45 quid. I just think that is fantastic for, you know, built in the UK, hand finished in the UK. Do you know what I mean? This is what we want. I want more of this happening. I just want more. These are super little knives. This is you're not buying, you know, a high end hinderer and expecting longevity and blade. These are, you know, basic blades, but they've just it's tradition. These are traditional knives that are sold to anybody from farmers to joiners to anybody. You know, people can hard use them, but most of the time, people are going to put this in their pocket and cut a box up, cut a bit of string, do whatever with these, and they'll do it. And they look lovely in doing it. I think they're beautiful, but you know that anyway. So, if you want a sharpening, let me know and I'll do a sharpening on Monday for you and I'll show you just how easy it is to hand sharpen these. It takes no time at all, and especially when you're using a diamond. And them cheap diamonds I buy, perfect example for these, because I'm not spending a whole lot of time getting some fancy mirror polish. I just want a sharp edge, like I showed you with this knife. I just want an edge that's going to cut. That's all I want. It's a basic everyday tool that you can carry in your pocket. Yes, by all means, like me, I'll usually carry it with a fancy pants one because I like that. But if somebody asks me for a knife, this is what they're getting. They ain't getting my fancy pants one. Anyway, I hope you're gonna go over there, support them, buy these knives, and again, hopefully the barrels will be back in maybe before Christmas, but if not, shortly in the new year. Just keep your eye out. He's got these at the minute. Please go over and don't miss out. We're getting £5 off. That is a hell of a nice deal, and an already budget price. That's a hell of a nice deal. £5 off. It's just Paddy 5, capital letters, the 5 straight after, no gaps. Put it in your. There's a coupon there for a discount coupon code. Put it in there. So there you go. Let me know if you want them sharpened. I'm repeating myself. I get excited when I get UK knives and I get, you know, it's Sheffield made. I just love all that tradition. Oh, shut up, Paddy. Yes, I'm going. Bye bye now. Bye.